Hey guys, what's up? So today's video is going to be surrounding thrifting and styling thrifting clothing. I have been thrifting for a very long time, and I have compiled some of my favorite pieces, some newer pieces, some funky pieces, some basics, just a bunch of different things that I want to style for you and show you what you can use already in your wardrobe to style up a thrifted piece that you fell in love with, or how to navigate through your style and figuring out what you're even looking through at the thrift store, and how to turn it into something else or to incorporate it in any way. So before we get started, I do have a couple tips that I want to share with you guys if you are a beginner in thrifting, or maybe you just want to change up what you're doing just because it's not working for you yet. So number one is to shop local first. So if you are starting out in a chain like Goodwill, Salvation Army, Value Village, whatever's near you, start at the one that's closest to you and a place that you are comfortable in. So if you start thrifting in a spot that feels like home, or a spot that you're very comfortable with your surroundings, it's going to make navigating through a Goodwill or a thrift store in general that much more comfortable for you. That way, whenever you do venture outside of your state, outside of your town, whatever that may be, you're already familiar with the layout of the store, how to navigate it, what they sell, what you're looking for, what you're most drawn to, that sort of thing, because you are comfortable with the layout. It makes it a little bit easier, and just because when you travel to a new place, sometimes you're uncomfortable, and Goodwills are already, or thrift stores in general, already very overwhelming because they have so much stuff jam-packed into a tiny spot. So knowing what you're looking for, where you're going, how to navigate, what they have, is going to make it a lot easier for you when you travel to a new area. Second, take inspiration with you, or at least study it before you go. So I personally have many Pinterest boards on what I'm most inspired by, whether that be style trends, which come and go, or seasonal changes, or fads that are just probably like a one and done, and maybe I want to try it out, but if it's on a website that's super expensive, maybe I can try to find it at the thrift store. Whatever inspires me, I put on Pinterest, and I typically keep this on my phone, keep it with me, that way when I go I can pull it up, because you can get very sidetracked inside of a thrift store. So if you have that to constantly remind you of what you're looking for, then it just makes the whole process a little bit easier. Sorry if you see my eyes switch a lot. I'm still getting used to the whole looking at a screen thing and looking at the lens. I apologize. But yes, if you take inspiration with you, it keeps you from getting sidetracked a little bit more. I've been doing this for years and I still get very sidetracked. So Number three, and then the next one kind of go hand in hand, but it's basically to know your wardrobe, know your color palette, know the colors that you're more drawn to, know the colors that you wear on a normal basis, the things that you think you look the best in. That way you aren't stuck with finding a piece that is like so abstract and out of this world, and you buy it and then you have no idea how to style it because you don't even like the color scheme. When I was a beginner, I used to buy things all the time that were out of this world, abstract or vintage or whatever, just because it was so crazy. And then I got it home and I appreciate those pieces now, but back then I had no idea how to style them or anything like that, because my style was this and now my style is this. So know your color palette, know your closet. Going into that is the fourth one. Know your wardrobe, know what you already have, know what you're missing, know what your key staple things are that you're wearing on a daily basis. That way you don't get anything that's too similar or a duplicate. And if you keep track of what you're missing, then that's also a good way to stay on track at a thrift store. So if you have bought a pair of pants and you have no idea what to wear with them, and they're funky and patterned, or maybe they're just a pair of colored jeans, whatever it may be, is probably because you're missing just like a key basic top that can go with it. It can go with anything. Just keep those types of things in mind. What do you find yourself not being able to style, and why do you think that is? Is it because you don't have anything to wear with it, or if it's because you bought it outside of your color palette and it's just outside of your comfort zone right now? Maybe you just need some time, keep it in your closet and see where things go. fifth and final tip that I have for you guys is if you find something while you're thrifting that isn't exactly what you were looking for, like you pull up your Pinterest board and you find something that's similar but not exactly what you were looking for, stop and take a second and think if there is a simple way for you to change that item into something more similar to what you're looking for or the exact item. So for example, because I'm not quite sure if that made a whole lot of sense, I sew now, so I alter and change a lot of the clothes that I do thrift, but before when I didn't, if I found a skirt that was not quite shin calf level, but not quite mini skirt level, and it was like cut right at my knees, super weird, I didn't like the way that it fit, I could give it a chop and make it into a mini skirt or make it into the length that I wanted above the knee, just because that's a simple fix. But just stop and take a second to see how simple of a fix it could be. I recommend whenever you are cutting things to make them a little bit shorter, whether it's pants that are too long, skirt that's too long, a shirt that you want to crop, put it on your body first, find out where you want it to lay and fall, move your arms around, like make sure it's nice and fitted on you, and then mark it. When you take it off of your body to cut it, I always recommend putting it down on a flat surface, getting something straight, whether it's a ruler or whatever, to cut across. That way you know that you're getting a straight line. And yeah, that's a super simple way. I used to crop everything when I first started. Like I said, now I sew, so I can actually correctly hem things. But before, I used to crop everything, and it's a really, really fun way to alter something and make it your own, and then also hopefully get as close to the original item that you were looking for to begin with. So I believe that is it for my tips. Let's just go ahead and jump into styling. Okay, so first I thought we'd start out with something just a super, super simple. I just have this sage green soft button-down cardigan with a pair of thrifted vintage denim and some white sneakers. Super simple. These are Nike Air Force Ones with some white socks. I have a little bit of fray in the denim that I added myself. They came super, super long, so I just cut them, just dressed them a little bit, threw them in the wash, and they give a nice cropped look to the bottom of this outfit. So I just have this cardigan buttoned up a little bit, open one on the top, open one on the bottom. You can wear it however you want. If you get it a little bit oversized, you can kind of throw it off the shoulder like that. You can do whatever you want. You can pull it down. You can button it all the way up. Both of these things were thrifted at a Goodwill. And yeah, that's outfit number one. Good for every day. Good for spring. Winter, you can throw a big jacket over it with a beanie. Maybe switch it out for a boot if the weather is bad. But yeah. That's outfit number one. Outfit number two is a romper. This is a vintage, I'm assuming probably like an 80s from the tag, floral romper. It has a beautiful vintage design. It's very muted, so it's really, really nice because it's not super out there in color, and it can go with a lot of things. But yeah, it's just a short romper, and I paired it with a pair of nude heeled boots. This would also look good in the summertime with just a pair of sneakers, a pair of slide sandals, whatever your heart desires. But I think this is super cute because it, with the flare of the shorts, almost portrays a dress, and then with these tiny little boots, makes it look super cute and dainty. And then the hat that I have paired with it is just from Forever 21, but I think it makes it really, really cute. Not so good for the winter time. This is definitely more of a summertime outfit, but it's basically, my boots are also thrifted, so the whole thing is basically thrifted, and it's super easy because it's just one piece and you're good to go. You could wear it in winter. You put like a tight turtleneck underneath of it, or a big sweater cardigan over top of it, and throw some tights underneath of it, and then add some boots, and you're also good to go there. But I love these boots. They are actually made in Spain, but yeah, if you are weird about trying on shoes in a thrift store, just make sure you know your size. In my personal experience, I've never had trouble with trying on shoes in a thrift store. They are typically very, very good at disinfecting and keeping everything clean before it hits the floor, but I understand if you're a little bit weary about it. But if you're not, make sure you wear shoes to the thrift store that are easy to take on and off, or else you're going to be on the ground unlacing, relacing, unzipping, rezipping shoes to put on and try on multiple different at a time. I typically just wear something that's super easy to take on and off. That way I can try on as many shoes as possible. And while we're on the topic of what you should wear while you're thrifting, I do recommend wearing something a little bit thinner or like tighter fit to your body. That way you can try things on. I know it's hard right now with COVID for trying things on. A lot of their fitting rooms aren't open, but if I wear like leggings and a tank top, and then I can just throw in all my layers to go outside over top of it, when I get in and I find something that I want to try on, I can take my coat off and I can just slip them on over top of my leggings, or throw a sweater on over top of whatever I'm wearing on top, that sort of thing. But I just keep in mind to wear something super comfortable and super versatile, or layer while I'm there. That way it makes it a little bit easier if I need to pop something on and try it on really quick. But that also helps with shoes that slip on and off, because you can't really put a pant leg on if you got a big pair of shoes on. So, but yeah, this is outfit number 2. Okay, so this is a really good example of thrifting trends. Okay, so something that's really, really in currently is like this turtlenecked, cut out, like upper body warmer situation. This Ralph Lauren sweater I thrifted from a Goodwill, and it was a full length sweater. And when I got it, I thought that I was just gonna wear it as a layering piece, but it wasn't fitting enough to wear underneath of things, and it wasn't oversized enough to like wear it with a pair of leggings. So instead of just getting rid of it, I decided to try out a trend. And this I've been seeing all over the place, and I just looked up pictures of the ones that I liked the most, marked it out, put it on my body, marked it out, and then cut it myself to figure out if I would like this trend. And even if I don't, it was a couple of bucks, and I'm gonna wear it for a season and we'll see. Another example is the top that I'm wearing. This top is from the lingerie section. Got all these cutouts in the back, but I have it tucked into a pair of knit pants, because knit is also very, very in for the season right now, and they're super comfortable and keep you warm. So this is a really good example of layering, trying out trends, and not spending a whole lot of money on it. So I just have these all paired with a pair of black heeled booties. And yeah, I think this one is super high fashion. This one is not an everyday look. This one is for more bold and dangerous, but it just gives you an idea of how you can style trends that might end in a couple of months or weeks, or maybe they'll keep going without spending the money on the stores that sell these things for way too much money. That is this one. I personally would probably throw something else over top of it, because my back is exposed a lot and I'm not a huge fan of that, especially with this time of year. But it is still like a really cute look with all the straps and the lace and everything. So it's just personal preference. I'd probably throw like a leather jacket over top of this as well, and just let like this portion of exposure be the most, because I'm more comfortable with this amount of exposure than all of this. But yeah, that is outfit number 3. You could also put a hat with this one, but I think the outfit does a lot of talking for itself. So I also think that because it has a turtleneck on it, if you threw your hair up, it would also look super cute and chic. Okay, so this next look is probably one of my favorites, solely because it's the most comfortable. So this guy is a matching sweatsuit, and it is actually USA Olympia brand. It has like a little USA embossment and the Olympic symbol on here. But yeah, these guys a lot of the time will be thrown in with pants, and then the sweatshirt will be somewhere in sweaters. But check your 2-piece sections. Check your skirt and pantsuits and blazer sets. Check those sections, because that's where I found this one, and it's very seldom that they don't split these guys up, but just for the off chance, check your two-piece sections. I find a lot of my blazers in two-piece sections, and then I get really lucky because it comes with a skirt or a pair of pants that match, and I can either wear it all together or I can split them up and wear them with separate pieces. But I love this look so much. I just paired it with my Converses. These ones are platformed, and I think that it is super like model off duty, super chic. Obviously I have it with just like a little black mini bag, which is also thrifted. Look at your accessories in a thrift store. This looks so expensive, like real leather, and it's Kenneth Cole reaction. Like, it's not a super fancy brand or anything like that, but it's super 90s, looks very expensive, and I love it. And it goes really well with this outfit because it's super casual. You look like you tried really hard, but obviously you didn't. Converse are really easy to find at a thrift store also. A lot of my Converse are thrifted. Platforms are a little bit newer in the Converse world, so I did buy those. But yeah, this is outfit number 4. You could also wear this outfit with Doc Martens. I think that sweatsuits, sweatpants in general look really good with Docs or combat boots of any kind. So if you have a pair of really good combat boots that you really like, that would really dress this up for winter or any time of year, whatever you're really feeling. But yeah, and I really like changing up the jewelry that I'm wearing. I just like adding jewelry to a sweatsuit. Yeah, this outfit is one of my faves. Can you tell that I'm in my comfort zone with this one? This is what I look like on a daily basis, is just as comfortable as it gets with sweats. Okay, this one I kind of like to call my Rachel Green inspired outfit, solely because I bought this shirt thinking that it looked exactly like something that Rachel Green would wear from Friends. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's just this baby blue kind of really tiny houndstooth checked top, and it buttons all the way down to your waist, which is actually pretty cute if you were to just button it down and leave it over top of the pants like this. But I really like things to sit above my waistline, so I just buttoned it about halfway down, and then I'm gonna tie off the bottom to sit right at my waistband. And yeah, I also thrifted this like fuzzy velvet leopard print beret, and I absolutely love this hat. It looks so good, and it's still neutral color, so it goes with a lot, but this could be your statement piece with just a simple white top and jeans. But these jeans are Levi's. I also thrifted these. Levi's are great if you can find them in a thrift store because they are well-made jeans and they typically fit really well. So if you can find them secondhand for a fraction of the cost, pick yourself up some Levi's. I buy a lot of mine from the men's section just because men's section typically sits more high-rise. These ones are actually women's. I have a feeling that they are newer just because of the tag and everything in the back and the way that they fit. They have kind of a skinny bottom, which I cuffed and put with just a little pair of white tennis shoes. But yeah, I think that this outfit is absolutely adorable, and I will definitely be wearing this come spring because right now it's a little bit too cold. If I was gonna wear this in the winter, I would throw a like white long sleeve turtleneck underneath of this so I could tuck it into my pants, and then it would peek out the top, keep this part of me warm, keep my arms warm, and then throw on a jacket over top of it and maybe switch out the sneakers for some boots. But yeah, I absolutely love this outfit. It's super flattering because everything on top is kind of looser and like collared and structured, but then the bottom is tight fitting and the sneakers are comfortable. And you really can't beat like an all white look. So like you could also switch this out and put like a chunky white sweater or a white, just a regular white tee, wear it with a little ball cap. It's super cute as well. These jeans, because they're like skinny but not completely to your ankle skinny, you could wear them cuffed with a boot. You can wear them cuffed in the summertime with a slide sandal. I think this is adorable, and this is me channeling my inner Rachel Green. I need an apron and one of those, a waitress tray. Oh dear God, a waitress tray. All right, so next, this outfit, starting off, I have all of this in my wardrobe already. So nothing that's on my body currently is thrifted. I just have this plain white tee that has this crisscross detail with the strings in the front, and then these brown leather pants. They are wide-legged, and I just have them with a pair of snakeskin booties that are also not thrifted. They're actually from when Charlotte Russe existed a really long time ago. Yeah, so this entire outfit I already had in my wardrobe. It's just a basic white top with a little bit of a flare. Honestly, I could have just put a regular white top t-shirt with this and it would have done the exact same thing. There, I'll cover it up for you so you can see. But this is just an outfit that I already had, and I'm going to show you how I can style 2 thrifted jackets over top of it for layering, so that way whenever you guys go and you are thinking about an outfit that you just want to kind of spice up a little bit, or you find a piece that catches your eye and you just can't leave without it, you can kind of have an idea of how to style it without it looking like wow too much, and also not thinking that you have to go to a thrift store and buy an entire outfit and that's the only way it's going to work. So number 1, I have this like nude and brown checkerboard button-up blazer jacket. Like has like the cuff sleeves and super vintage. Yeah, so this guy makes this outfit look super cute, and I'm wearing a thrifted piece with something that I already owned and making it work. So up top, it's pretty minimal, but it still gives you, you can still see all the details. I love the collar on this, how they're so long and pointy. Vintage stuff is just the greatest, man. But then mixing it up and playing with leather pants on the bottom. You could wear this with denim. You could wear it with just a pair of jeans. You could wear it with whatever your heart desires on the bottom, honestly. As long as you're comfortable in it and it's something that's already out of your closet. There you go. So this jacket with this outfit. And this is also a really good depiction of mixing patterns. So a lot of people are scared to mix patterns, which is completely okay. It can be very, very overwhelming, like to the eye, but you can get away with mixing patterns to a point where it is not as much of an eyesore. So in this case, I mixed this check patterned blazer with snakeskin booties. And they are within the same color scheme, so it's not too much of like overkill, but it's just enough to where it's funky because you're mixing patterns. And it plays it up a little bit, but because the color palette is very neutral, it's still very casual, very wearable. You look really good. You look cute. Another way you could spruce up a look like this, if you want to add like another element or a pop of color, you can, I thrift these a lot. They are like the little silk scarves, and I wear them when my hair is up, I wear them when my hair is down, but a lot of fashion bloggers tie them around their neck like an ascot, and it gives a very like Parisian look to an outfit, and it's super cute. There's so many different ways you could wear this if this isn't like your cup of tea, which typically isn't, but like in a case like this, it just looks really good. It's just like one step up from the outfit that you had before, and obviously it still looks good without the jacket, just the t-shirt and pants that you have. You just want to use the jacket as more of an accessory than like an outerwear piece. But yeah, look at these. They're super cheap in your thrift store, and you can tie them onto purses, and it just elevates the way that a purse looks, and they're super pretty. If your hair is up, you can tie it around your ponytail or a braid, and it looks really, really cute. And there's a lot of different ways you can wear scarves like this. If you get them big enough, you can wear them as a top. But yeah, that is outfit number 5 or 6. I think I'm done counting now. solely because I can't remember what number I'm on. Scratch that. I wanted to show you another jacket over top of this outfit. Ugh. So this jacket, or this shirt I guess, is very intricate. It's got this ruffle, like piratey detail all the way down the button line, or halfway down the button line, and then it's got these pink velvet collar. So the front of this jacket was actually not what caught my eye at first. The back of this shirt is what caught my eye at first. This like mesh embroidered floral. There's a lot going on this, so it definitely needs just a simple outfit to complement it and keep it wearable. I wear some pretty off the wall things, so like this wasn't anything different for me, but for the faint of heart who really are drawn to this but don't know how they're gonna make it look good, pair it with your basics. Pair it with your uniform, what you're caught wearing all the time, multiple times a week. Whatever you're the most comfortable in, that is a pretty blank color palette, pair with something like this. With something like this that's a little bit more colorful and out of the color palette that you were working with, like say with the last jacket, it still goes with this outfit perfectly, but you might want to switch up your shoes. If you want the jacket to do all of the talking, just put on a pair of slides, put on a pair of sneakers, put on a pair of plain colored boots. There, I just switched out my snakeskin booties for my black Doc Martens, and I'm good to go. And also, don't be afraid to mix brown and black. They do it in cheetah print. If you ever wear cheetah print, you mix brown and black. It's my just my professional opinion on the matter. And then if you throw in a black purse, that just makes the shoes match even better. Okay, another or a very overlooked section in my opinion in the thrift store is the lingerie section. So I feel like as long as you have a pair of bike shorts underneath or whatever you're comfortable with underneath, this can be so casual or so dressed up. You can put it, I put like a girly little clip in my hair, and you could pair it with a little pair of kitten heels or whatever you want. I like to mix elements of like girly, edgy, punk rock, that sort of thing. So I put this clip in my hair and then just matched it with my Doc Marten Jadens to edge it up a little bit. And I absolutely love looks like this. So these are pretty accessible at every thrift store that you go to. Typically, I can never really find them in a super petite size. So a lot of the times they are oversized, but I kind of like the look of like a lace bralette peeking out from underneath of it if it's a little bit oversized. But if you're not comfortable with that, then you could always throw a jacket over it. So another thrifted piece that I have is this black suede jacket with all of this fringe. It's kind of cropped, but I would probably just pair this with this outfit, and then it covers up everything that's too big on you, so all you see is the parts that you want to see. And I keep my docs with it, tie in the black, and I think it's super cute. And this entire outfit, except for my shoes, is thrifted. Way more affordable than if I were to try to buy a silk dress online. This silk dress has like the cutest buttons on it too. They're adorable. Another cool thing about a satin dress is that how easily they can be toned down or dressed down to be way more casual. So all I did was throw on a baseball cap, switch out that fringe black jacket for just a white denim jacket, and then switch out my docs for a pair of white socks and white sneakers. And it completely changes the look. Keeps it super casual, but you still look cute. and it's the same exact dress, just two completely different ways. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're more comfortable in. This jacket is thrifted. It's originally from American Eagle, but I got it secondhand. The shoes are my Nike Air Force Ones, which I did also thrift. Check the men's shoe section. Whatever size you are, men's has a compatible size, and typically men are giving away better sneakers, if I'm being completely honest. So that is where I got my Nikes. I just have them with a little pair of white crew socks. And yeah, this outfit is super cute. Okay, so for the final look, I'm gonna show you how easy it is, again, to take one piece and wear it a lot of different ways. This vintage midi bodycon dress from Goodwill, and it has like a cute little slit in the back, and it's like form-fitting with a zipper pull-up, and then it gets like a little bit looser around your waist, so it really hugs you in curves. That's how you know that it's vintage, because it fits your body so well. But I absolutely love this dress on its own. Right now, I just have it with the same socks and sneakers as the last dress. I think it's super cute, and it's super casual, just with like a big tote bag. It was from the two-piece section. Look how vintage that tag is. Shoulder pads and all. If you find something with shoulder pads and you really would rather it fit you a little bit better without the shoulder pads, you can typically just snip them off from where they're connected on the inside. I do that with a lot of my blazers because I like vintage blazers in the way that they fit better, but they typically always come with shoulder pads. Sometimes I keep them in depending on the shape of it or the size of it, but a lot of times I just snip them out. But this one I thought looked cute, a little bit more boxy with the shoulder pads, because it gave me extreme 80s vibes, like 80s music videos, Cyndi Lauper, Gwen Stefani vibes, and I'm here for all of that. So keep in mind you can take out the shoulder pads if you were to find something like this, and it just turns it up a notch like that, so you're a little bit more covered. It is extremely cropped, so it literally is just there to cover up some of the arms and shoulder. And you could obviously keep this with the sneakers and it still is a super cute outfit, but if you wanted to dress up this two-piece set, I would recommend putting it with something that's a little bit heeled. That way it shows off your leg a little bit, but it also just makes you appear taller. And yeah, so you just transformed this two-piece set from a casual day wear to a going out outfit. Here is another example of something else. This is also thrifted. This is a green with a lot of detail here, leather jacket. Yeah, it's a little bit longer than, like, it's almost as long as the dress, so it plays that silhouette really nice. Yeah, there is another idea. If you didn't want to wear it as a two-piece set and you just really like the dress, you could throw a blazer like this or a jacket like this. Anything leather, just with those same boots again. Okay, and one more with the same black dress that's just a little bit more like out there, outside of people's comfort zones, but I just wanted to add in here to show you the amount of possibility that there is with one specific piece or just styling in general. So I also got this like teddy material, which is super on trend right now, from a Goodwill in the men's section. So bucket hats are really on trend and teddy is really on trend. So best of both worlds with this guy. It was like $2. It is, like I said, maybe a little off the wall for some people, but I love it. I love the pop of pink in the shoes. It plays it up and makes it very cutesy. And I love the bomber with the little hat, and obviously if it's like becoming springtime and you don't really need a warm hat like that, and you're good to go. So it keeps it casual, but with a pop of color. and I love stuff like this. So I had to add a little bit of funk into the last bit here. Whew, okay, that was a long one. I've been here for 2 hours. So now that my room is a disaster, I'm going to spend the next 2 hours cleaning up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to give me a like and a subscribe, that'd be fine. I always swore I wasn't going to be the girl who said that, but like, that's what counts if I want you guys coming back. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. As always, leave in the comments below what you want to see from me next. I hope that this was informational to at least one person, and if it was, then I did my job. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you are. Bye, guys. That's out the window. And take things in, things. Can I talk? It's so comfortable. Ugh. Oh, I just about broke my leg. Did you see that? Huh? Who am I talking to? Oh, my neighbor is scraping his driveway. Whew. I wonder if he's been doing that for a while. I got 2 big windows right here, and the blinds are up so that I could get all that natural daylight. I wonder if he saw me. Can you guys twerk? I've been working on like the back and forth thing. I don't know how